You've heard the stories of foreigners living for decades in Mexico on just the tourist visa. So as you prepare for your own move to Mexico, you want to know, is applying for temporary residency in Mexico even worth it? After this video, you'll know the benefits of getting temporary residency in Mexico, plus tips to make the process stress-free. For the best advice about moving to Mexico, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I upload a new episode every Thursday. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Alex, and I moved to Mexico from the US in 2017. I've called Querétaro home ever since. The first few years I lived in Mexico, I did so on the tourist visa. What makes Mexico's tourist visa really unique is that when your 6 months are up and you exit the country, it immediately resets and you can re-enter Mexico for another 180 days. Lots of foreigners take advantage of this, and as I said, that's more or less what I did for my first 2 years of living in Mexico. While that worked for a while, the pandemic opened my eyes to the fact that what I was doing, how I was living, might not be sustainable. And in July 2020, I decided to apply for temporary residency. If you've watched my temporary residency series, then you know I had a heck of a time getting it due to some abnormal circumstances. And I didn't actually have my card in hand until December 2020. 4.5 months after I applied for my temporary resident visa at the Mexican consulate in Detroit. While my particular situation was definitely extreme, I'd be lying if I didn't say that headaches, stress, and even the occasional tear of frustration are extremely common when you are applying for residency in Mexico. That is especially true if you are trying to navigate the process on your own. Before you subject yourself to all of that, you want to know, is applying for temporary residency in Mexico even worth it? Let's kick things off with the benefits of temporary residency in Mexico. Even though Mexico's tourist visa is very generous, there's still a lot you can't do with it. Here are the benefits of temporary residency in Mexico. Stay in Mexico for longer than 180 days. Open a Mexican bank account, get a Mexican driver's license, register a vehicle in your name, temporarily bring a US plated car into Mexico, buy a house and/or land, register to the public health option, obtain permanent residency after 4 years. Once you're eligible for permanent residency, or if you meet the financial requirements right off the bat, here are the benefits. Have all the rights of Mexican citizens, minus voting. No need to renew residency. It's a permanent status. Maintain legal employment or self-employment in Mexico without applying for a work visa. Maybe at this point you're thinking, okay, temporary residency in Mexico sounds pretty good. I'll do what you did, Alex. And I'll move to Mexico, live there for a couple of years, and then apply for residency if I can see myself staying long term. To be honest, I really regret not applying for temporary residency sooner. When I moved to Mexico back in 2017, I thought I'd only be here for a couple of years, and it didn't seem worth it to me to apply for residency, even though I met the economic solvency requirements. But look at me now. I ended up falling in love with Mexico and establishing a pretty good life for myself here. If I would have applied for temporary residency sooner, then I would be really close to being eligible for permanent residency now. The longer you wait to apply for residency in Mexico, the more complicated and difficult the process could potentially become. Both the consulate and INM will look at your travel history, and if you've ever been denied entry, overstayed your visa, or been deported, that could affect your residency application. Even with those consequences in mind, many people will put off applying for residency because they don't know where to start, are worried their Spanish will hold them back, or don't think that they can afford professional help. Last month, I sat down with Yvonne from Host Relocation to chat all things residency in Mexico. An expat advisor with 15 years of immigration experience, she wants you to know that there has never been a better time to apply for residency in Mexico.
Hi, I am Yvonne Pavan from Host Relocation. I am the co-founder and the general manager of Host Relocation, and I'm an immigration specialist, and I have a bachelor degree in business management with 15 years of experience in relocation matters.
Host Relocation understands that moving to another country is difficult. Rather than you stressing over every detail, the staff at Host Relocation wants to make life easier so your only job is enjoying your new home in Mexico. Their services include car rental, executive drivers, translations and interpreters, language classes, cultural excursions, house hunting, and the subject of today's video, immigration assistance. I met Yvonne in December 2020 when I contacted Host Relocation about securing a permiso de salida y regreso, permission to leave and come back while my temporary residency application was pending. Yvonne ended up getting to the bottom of what the heck was taking so long with my temporary residency card, and I had it in my hand to fly back to the United States later that month.
So with Host Relocation, we help you from the beginning of the process. Since you are planning to move to Mexico, we can help you with immigration matters in the Bajío area and also from 2021 in La Paz, Baja California. The requirements can vary from one consulate to another, so we can get you the right information, even get you some tips for the interview, help you get the right documents you need to prepare. Trust that our 15 years of experience will help you out on getting everything smooth, easy, without any stress, and get your card in your hands. As of 2021, our fees can start from 7,000 pesos. We don't have the fees that the lawyers can have. So we have the 15 years of experience doing every day all the procedures. We are updated with the process in Mexico, so the process can be finished very smooth and very simple for you.
I really appreciate how open and upfront Yvonne is about her fees. She won't expect you to pay her in full until your residency card is in your hand. If you're interested in hiring Yvonne to help with the residency process or would like to learn more about one of Host Relocation's other services, you can contact her via phone or email. Let her know you found Host Relocation from this video, and with the code ALEX5, you can get a special subscriber discount. If you're not in Querétaro or La Paz, or you're just a hardcore DIYer craving the rush of getting your Mexico residency on your own, then you're going to want to get your hands on the Mexico Residency Roadmap. This new product created by yours truly is the resource I wish I would have had when I was applying for residency in Mexico. When you purchase the Mexico Residency Roadmap, you'll get a 10-point checklist so you never have to wonder, what do I do next? 15 pages of in-depth description covering every step of the process and complete with clickable links for everything you need. Plus a translated version of the infamous Formato Básico, which you can't find anywhere else. As an added bonus, you'll get the answers to the 12 most frequently asked questions about residency in Mexico. The Residency Phrasebook, which tells you exactly what to say in Spanish and who to say it to for various situations such as traveling to Mexico with your residency visa, paying for your pago de derechos at a bank in Mexico, and showing up at INM if you need to check on the status of your residency card. You'll also get access to an audio file so you can hear the Spanish phrases from the Residency Phrasebook and practice them before you need to use them. Because you're watching this video, you can get a special discount on the Mexico Residency Roadmap using the discount code YouTube10. I haven't decided yet how long I'm going to leave that discount code valid, so if you want the discount, I suggest snagging your copy of the Mexico Residency Roadmap sooner rather than later. Head to the link in the description for more information. Wrapping up this video, is temporary residency in Mexico worth it? Yes. Does getting temporary residency have to be stressful and time-consuming? No. Whether you go with Yvonne from Host Relocation or snag your copy of the Mexico Residency Roadmap, there's no reason to put off getting your residency in Mexico. Did you find this video helpful? Then be sure to give it a thumbs up because that really helps to support my channel. And if you have any questions about getting residency in Mexico, leave those in the comments below and I'll be sure to get back to them. I'm Alex from backpackingbrunette.com. Thanks for watching.